So here we have it. We've got £200 of saving from our tax savings, 120 from national insurance, 90 from NHS and 90 from student loan. If we add that together, that gives us a saving of £500 total savings. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today what we want to talk about is something called salary sacrifice. And what exactly is salary sacrifice? So in short, salary sacrifice is basically you give up part of your salary and in exchange you get some sort of benefit. So it's exactly as it says on the tin. So for example, say my salary is, for example, £35,000. However, I want to purchase a car which is worth £12,000. If my company is part of a salary sacrifice scheme, what I can do is reduce my salary from £35,000 to £23,000. So from the onset it looks like, okay, well I'm already spending £12,000, so how am I benefiting from this sort of scheme? But because it's a reduction in your salary from £35,000 to £23,000, it means that you are able to bypass certain payments. What are these payments? So a few of the payments which you'd have to pay on £35,000 is income tax, national insurance, pension, and student loan. So what exactly does it mean if you're sacrificing part of your salary? So now, instead of paying, so let's say £35,000 minus first £10,000, 20% of the rest, 15, 25,000, what is it, £5,000 or something. Say you're paying £5,000 in tax, and say another 3,000 or 2,000 on national insurance. So you'll be saving part of this. So in the 12,000 that you've sacrificed, that has 20% of that is what you're saving. So you're saving £2,500 a year basically, because you've sacrificed that salary in tax, and then national insurance, whatever the rate is for that, you're saving that amount of money in national insurance. Now the thing is, I mentioned pension, and you are saving in pension. However, it depends on how your pension is worked out. If your pension is a final salary scheme, then you're in luck because this won't affect you at all. However, if your pension is a career average revalued scheme, or a scheme where you pay in and that's how much you get out, then this will affect you because it means you're paying less towards your pension, and therefore you're going to get less in the long run. And if it was a career average revalued scheme, as is some public civil services such as the NHS, then instead of getting a pension worth of 1/54th of £35,000, you're getting a pension worth of 1/54th of £23,000. However, at such an early stage of a career, do I think that this matters? No, I don't think it matters much at all. So we did mention that these are some of the things that you can save up on. And the thing right at the bottom, sorry about the atrocious doctor handwriting, the thing at the bottom here says student loan, and student loan is basically, some people treat it as a surcharge, as like a graduate tax, and it's 9% of your income above £25,000. So if you imagine that £10,000 from 25,000 to 35,000, you'd have been paying 9%, so you'd have paid £900 in that first year. However, because your salary is reduced to £23,000, you are not paying anything at all for student loan. And if you have a postgraduate loan, on top of your student loan, that's 6% above your earnings above £22,000. So you're only paying 6% of £1,000, which is like 60 quid for the whole year. So you'd be saving quite a bit on student loan and postgraduate loan. However, as you're paying less on your postgraduate loan, that means that you're accruing more interest and over time paying more. But on the other hand, with your Plan 2 student loan, it doesn't necessarily mean that, because the rates of interest have decreased. So instead of paying at £35,000, you may be paying about 4% interest, including RPI inflation. You'd only be paying like 2.4%. So the rate of increase has decreased. So in reality, I don't think you're going to actually be paying more. So yeah, that's that. Now let's give a worked example of salary sacrifice. To get to the worked example, what I should mention is how I describe the salary sacrifice is basically how it used to be before, I think 2017, April 2017 or something like that, or possibly even before. However, more recently there has been introduced a benefit in kind tax. This basically means you are eligible to pay tax on the thing that you sacrificed your salary for. So say if I had a car, I'd be paying tax on that benefit, and therefore it's called benefit in kind tax. But there is a little point of information here, which means certain assets or benefits that you get are free from this benefit in kind tax. One of the examples is not cars in general, but electric cars. Electric cars allow you to basically bypass this benefit in kind tax. So you make the full saving in your income tax, your national insurance, your pension, and your student loan. With a car that is like a petrol car, you'd be paying a benefit in kind tax, and I'm unsure of how much saving you'd actually make and whether it'd be worth it or not. So now let's go through a worked example where we calculate exactly how much we'd have to pay after a salary sacrifice, or how much we'd be paying for a certain asset via salary sacrifice. So say I'm purchasing a car or leasing a car, wherever else it may be, and the value of this car for 1 year of salary sacrifice is £12,000. I say £12,000 to make it a nice round figure, so that monthly it will be £1,000. So we're going to say in the year we're paying £12,000, and then therefore monthly we're paying £1,000. Okay. What this basically means is that I have to work out, this is how much I'd be paying pre-tax if I was to buy it myself, but if I'm doing it via salary sacrifice, there will be certain savings made. So of this £1,000 a month, let's say 20% of that is going to tax. It would have been going to tax if we didn't sacrifice it from our salary. So we're paying £1,000, but the saving on tax we made there, tax saving is 1,000 and then times 20%. So that would be £200. Then national insurance saving, and national insurance is around 12% until you get to a salary of around 5,000 a month or something like that. So that would be £120 savings for national insurance. Then we go for NHS pension, as this is a channel primarily aimed at healthcare workers, and NHS pension is 9.4% for this salary of £35,000. So that will reduce it to 9% is £90. And then student loan would be from 25,000 and above student loan, but because we're not reached 25,000 yet, let's just say for the sake of argument it's another £90, because it's 9.9% above 25k. So here we have it. We've got £200 of saving from our tax savings, 120 from national insurance, 90 from NHS, and 90 from student loan. If we add that together, that gives us a saving of £500 total savings. What this means is, if there is no BIK, benefit in kind tax, then every month from what I've purchased, I'll be saving £500. So instead of that car costing over the year £12,000, that car is now going to cost me £6,000. So these are the benefits of the salary sacrifice scheme. It has basically just shown from this worked example that I will pay 50% of what I am supposed to pay for whatever asset I am buying, as long as there is no benefit in kind tax. But what are the cons? So some of the cons or the negatives of the salary sacrifice scheme is that if you have any sort of schemes which are based on your final salary or your gross salary, then there'll be a reduction in the benefit there. So for example, before, if you had life insurance and your life insurance was based on your salary of £35,000, but because you've had a reduced salary to £23,000, you'd only get benefits of life insurance up to £23,000 because that is basically your new salary. And similarly, if you have something like a pension, so like the NHS pension, for example, because that is based on your career average revalued salary, instead of getting 1/54th of 35,000, you only get 1/54th of 23,000. So there are some pros and some cons, and you just have to really balance it out and find exactly what it is that you value and whether it's worth it for you at this specific time. And I'll probably end up doing another video about salary sacrifice, and that will be focusing on cars and possibly focusing on the NHS fleet service, which is the lease scheme that the NHS run, and whether it is something that you might want to think about. But other than that, I think this really covers it. So just to summarize, some of the benefits of salary sacrifice scheme and some of the cons. So we'll start with the cons. We've got them right here, the cons. And then we'll go to the benefits. So the benefits were less NI, tax, pension, and student loan. So there you have it. Here's the main breakdown and summary of exactly why you should or shouldn't think about the salary sacrifice scheme, which may or may not be offered by your workplace. But thanks for watching. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to put them in the comments box below. And if you have any other further queries, personal queries or something, don't hesitate to try and get in touch with me. And if I can't answer any of your questions, then I'll just point you in the direction of where you should actually go. That's all, folks. That's all, folks.